Hello and welcome to this tutorial about Nexis UNI. In this tutorial, we're going to learn how to search through the companies section by conducting a basic search and exploring the different content types. When you're on the companies section page, this is what you'll see. You'll have your basic search bar and second box with all the different content types. For this first part, let's conduct a basic search. We're going to go with the Royal Caribbean International as a company. So we'll put that in quotation marks. So we'll go with Royal Caribbean International. So once you've typed that, you will hit search. And here is what will appear. So our first result looks pretty good. So let's click on that and see what it looks like. So the information is detailed for us below. We have the name of the company, we have the communications, we know how many employees there are, we know what their domains are and websites. We have some description as well, their competitors, their revenue, and their classification. So all of this is a pretty good base for you to start with, and from there, you can use this information to conduct additional research as needed by your assignment.
Let's look at the different content types. We have company profiles to learn more about individual companies, industry analyst reports to get an overview of how particular industries are performing in different countries, mergers and acquisitions/donations to read about companies that were merged together, and then SEC filings to see the financial statements of public companies. Let's start with company profiles. So we can click on this link here. And if you scroll down, you will see the list of sources in which Nexis UNI will search through for a company profile. You can also see the eye for each link to learn more information about them. So for this first link, we can click on that, and we can see that the information is currently being updated as the coverage is current and it updates monthly. Some of these sources, though, may not be updated anymore, so be careful of that. We'll conduct a basic search here, and we are going to look for Air Canada. So we'll use a phrase search for this. You can type in Air Canada in quotation marks. When you're ready, click the search button. And here we have the first result, Air Canada, and we'll click on that. And you can see the information is organized very similarly to what we saw previously with Royal Caribbean International. You have your information here, communications, and a few other small pieces of information as well. Let's take a look at industry analyst reports next. So again, we can click on this link and it will take us to a list of sources that Nexis UNI will look through. We're going to take our basic search here and we are going to look for FedEx Corporation. So again, you would want to type that in the box and use quotation marks because it is phrase search, and you will click on search. And we can see that none of these sources are quite relevant to us, especially since they are quite old. So let's sort by date, newest to oldest, and we'll click on that. And here we have FedEx Corporation from Zacks Equity Research. So why don't we click on this and take a look at what's available. So we can see that there is a summary here about FedEx and its company. If we want to learn more about Zacks Equity Research, we can click on the box on the right, and here it tells us that this company produces qualitative equity research reports for over 1,000 US and Canadian publicly traded companies. So this tells us the source is credible, and this article will surely tell us a lot about FedEx and what it will provide for us in the future. Let's search through mergers and acquisitions/donations. So let's click on this link. And you can see some sources below down here. And we are going to conduct a basic search for Carson Dunlop, which was recently acquired by another company. So let's search and see if we can find information about it. So again, we want to use quotation marks because this company name has two words. Let's do that. click on the search button when you are ready. And oh, it looks like we do have some information about this merger. So let's click on the first result, and we can see that Carson Dunlop and Associations was the target. The buyer here is Cooperators Financial Services, and we also have the date that this merger was announced. And you can keep scrolling to find the transaction summary, some extra details, and we could also learn more about the buyer as well as the seller. Finally, let's search for SEC filings. So we can click on this link. We can see all the sources underneath that Nexis UNI will look through. And remember to look for SEC filings. These are only available for public companies. So a few could be the Royal Bank of Canada, Sun Life Financial, among others. For our search, let's go with the Royal Bank of Canada. So in the search bar, you will type in Royal Bank of Canada in quotation marks, and you will hit the search button. And once the results have loaded, you can see them here, and we're going to click on the first one. And you can see some information about the company, similarly structured as previous. Here you have the company information, some filing data, and text, so we can learn more about the characteristics of the company. Okay, and those are the different ways you can use the different options to search for companies. I hope you've learned something new to help you with your research. Thank you for watching and happy browsing!